Welcome to the 217 Recovery Podcast.
If you don't make mistakes, you won't learn.
With your host, Corey Winfield.
You know how fish is bad is you can't put it on pizza.
With special guest, Mitchell O'Brien.
I really hate to do this to you guys, but I really have to go to the bathroom really bad. I just can't hold it anymore.
Got your ass.
And Corey Smoker.
Hey.
I like to drink monsters.
It is the 21st of February, 2025. We're half-assing it today. Should I have made an intro with Corey's name in it? Absolutely.
That's
Impromptu.
okay.
But I'm getting really good at excuses.
Impromptu.
Yeah, well, what happened was my son is coming back from daycare, and my wife Marnie had to go get him. And so we have very little time to do this podcast today. We got phones ringing now. I mean, people are just not respecting our time.
No.
So didn't really have time to throw it all together to make the intro with Corey's name, and I apologize for that.
Yeah.
I don't feel really bad about it. I just, sorry, just to the people who
It's Fun Friday. They'll forgive us.
didn't get that full open correctly.
Mhm.
But yeah, so how you doing, Mitch? You wanted to talk poop today.
Well, we talked about it the other day with a gentleman who's not here right now about poop stories.
Obviously.
We're like, we should podcast this. And because we were sharing different, because I'm the resident senior correspondent for poop emergencies.
Yes, and if you haven't seen Mitch's video,
Based on a true story.
yeah, based on a true story, 217recovery.com, you might have to go to videos and then click more, load more, whatever it says, and then scroll down till you see the bear mask, and it's called Bear.
You get on the YouTube 217 recovery or 217 recovery.
I'm so confused right now, Mitch.
YouTube.
I'm going to where?
The YouTube.
The 217recovery.com.
Yeah. Yeah, I screwed that part up.
I know, that had me so confused.
Yeah, if you go to the 217 recovery YouTube, it's pretty easy to find. It's the only one with the bear.
Yeah. And that's, I think it's at 217 recovery or something.
I don't know.
I think we have enough people that like us so we get our own handle or whatever it's called.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
I didn't know that was a thing.
Yeah. I think youtube.com at 217 recovery is what you.
I still just search it.
One day I'm going to get this figured out and we'll tell you exactly where to go. But yeah, it is on our website. But anyway, yeah, Mitch, it was based on a true story and then it turned into a cologne commercial.
Mm-hmm.
But it's good. And that did happen. So Mitch has been talking about this ATM story.
Well, we had another
in
person.
the industry, and I'm using air quotes here, the industry of sex, ATM is something else.
What?
Yeah. You've never heard that?
No.
Wow. You never heard have you, Corey Smoker is now back and joining us. Have you heard the adult term, or if you're familiar with the adult industry, or the industry is what I said, right?
Yeah.
They have a different name for ATM.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Adult industry, but I don't know what that word is. I mean, I think I have an idea what adult
Can I just say it,
is.
or is that not okay?
Let's see. We can try to maybe.
This isn't that kind of story.
Sometimes they assume all black people are from African America.
Okay.
You could have just said Detroit.
It took me forever to find that button too. But it was because Mitch was talking about, because we were talking poop stories.
Sounds
With-
bad.
Mitch really wanted to talk about poop stories
With
on
her
this
husband,
podcast.
and we were going back and forth, and I was like, I have the poop story to end all poop stories, and I just can't believe that it hasn't come up in conversation.
And then he says to me about ATM, and I'm like,
It's not an adult industry.
okay.
ATM.
Because I was like, because you were like so excited to tell it. And I'm like, no way, we'll do it on the podcast.
Like ATM where you go get money.
It was one of those.
Or
Oh.
ATM as you go get.
Booty to lips.
Sometimes they assume all black people are from African America.
I really wanted her to say it, Mitchell.
Oh.
She was thinking Will's returned it. Did you know what that meant?
No.
Lies. Anyway, all right.
I said it covertly.
So the money ATM is what we're talking about.
Yeah, ATM machine.
Okay. Because
Automatic.
Like You drive up with your car.
Yeah. Braille. Yeah.
Braille.
'Cause the story was told about your husband, Corey, and grabbing bumpers. I've never had to do that, knock on wood.
Mm-hmm.
Mitch immediately knew what grabbing bumper meant. And he was like, oh, God, yeah. And he started telling a story when he went to his family's Thanksgiving or Christmas or some,
2020. Yep.
yeah, some holiday gathering. Is he's holding the sweet potatoes in one hand and the bumper in the other and just letting it rip.
Go get some napkins.
Right by his
Don't look.
Behind his aunt's vehicle, not even his own.
The Honda. Yep.
Do you know what's funny to me? I just put this all together. So Jesse was sick with COVID, bumper grabbing, and you're in the COVID 2020 bumper grabbing.
Yeah. Yeah. I didn't have COVID at the time. Just
Bumper buddies.
yeah.
You guys should get shirts and sell them.
We could.
Waiting for that Bumper Buddies podcast to come out.
Yeah. The last 3 months, it'll be great.
And they just post pictures of people shitting all across the United States of America. Thanks, Trump.
It's gonna be
Look
a
what
picture,
Biden did to us. You can play it both ways.
like holding a bumper, squatted down, but from the side, so you can't actually see anything explicit. Kind of like Jackass.
Doing slow-mo.
Maybe we should get you guys the little hitch that hooks into the back of your truck and you can hook the toilet.
Pretty
Obviously.
sure there was a comment about that at Thanksgiving.
Yeah. Well, then don't say you guys unless you're talking about Jesse and Mitch.
Yeah, I think that's what she meant. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't want you to throw me in that. I don't want people thinking that I'm grabbing bumpers. I walk through.
It's the easiest way if you're in a pinch.
Man,
There was no
knocking on
pinching
wood.
that could happen at that point. Like,
Man.
I'm left stuck at the part where you're like, I could not move
Okay.
any muscle.
anybody has been there. They know exactly what I'm talking about.
Obviously.
The pinching, like I said, the clenching was happening the whole way to Thanksgiving, which was about, it sounded like that. And I got out of the car and my kid with me, he's 10, stood up. And that was when my body was like, nope, this is happening now. And the Hoover Dam was not holding us back.
Oh my God.
And this happened during the ATM story where you just get to a point where you cannot take another step without excreting.
Wow.
Yeah, and it happens. So
Yeah, see, this is what we need to talk to Logan about.
oh yeah.
Where did it really start going wrong? Was it your dad's drinking or your dad's pooping?
So him and I had this conversation yesterday over text message because he's trying to get out of school because he had a tummy ache.
Oh yeah, he's using
I was
dad's
like,
excuse.
yeah.
And
I was like,
grab a bumper.
I was like, buddy, I've had these guts for 38 years. You're going to have to run to the bathroom and deal with it. You'll be fine. You'll be fine. Go poop a couple times. You'll be fine. An hour and a half later, after arguing with him, he goes, by the way, you were right.
Yeah.
I feel a lot better. I'm like, yeah, I know. But dealing with this for a long time. Runs in the family. Runs in the genes, as they say.
Not in the jeans.
Yeah, the J genes and the G genes.
Obviously.
Sometimes on Auntie's car.
Behind it.
All right, so are you going to tell us about the ATM story then?
Yeah, so this is pre-sober Mitchell. This is pre-child Mitchell. Actually, I was with his mother. We were dating.
Oh, this is a great story.
And there's a restaurant in Interlaken we decided to walk to because I was living out there at the time. I think we were getting ready to look for an apartment is what it was. So we're staying with my family for a short period of time while we're doing like apartment applications.
Okay.
So we're like, hey, let's go to this. We'll walk down to this restaurant. It'll be a nice evening. It'll be great. So we'll go down there and it's one of the nicer ones in the area. And they have like a little bar area, but they have really good food and all sorts of, you can get lobster tail, a bar pizza if you want to, a burger or a steak. Like you get all sorts of stuff out
I
there.
think I've eaten at this place.
Yeah. I don't want to, they're not a sponsor. So I don't want to talk
I
about
don't remember their name. It's like there's outside seating.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which there's a couple of them like that. But anyway.
I've been at one of them. It was all right.
Yeah. And so we go down there. I order a pizza, She orders whatever, chicken sandwich or some stuff. And it comes time to, I have a couple beers. It was, back in that time of our life, we didn't get hammered or anything. I had to walk home. So,
yeah. Too crazy.
Yeah, I wanted to be able to get there. So, because it's probably about 2 miles from my house, 2.5. I don't know, right around there. It's not that far, but
or no, I'm not trying to walk it.
Yeah,
but
after a couple beers
like,
and a pizza, like I don't want to walk too far.
You're like, this is great.
Yeah, so we're walking back. It was nice. It was a nice evening and everything. Had great food, good time, feeling good, walking back. And if anybody is familiar with the Interlochen area, there's Tom's Food Market on one side and a gas station. Other side of the road, there's like it used to be a different grocery store called Rick's. There's a couple little stores in there. There's a Mexican restaurant now, weed shop. But in that parking lot on the other side, there's a bank. Right up by the road. And we get about halfway from the restaurant to the bank where this ATM machine is. Drive up ATM machine. And that's when the happens in the insides. And I'm like, okay. So we're going to walk a little faster now.
You're looking around. You're
not yet.
No.
I'm just like, okay, I can feel this.
Like, there's the warnings.
That was a good pizza, is what I'm telling myself. It was a real good pizza. Get closer and closer.
Yeah.
Yep.
Now it's like
we get to that big parking lot with the bank, which is like the closest part to, walking from that way. And I'm like we were just talking about, you just can't, you have to stop walking and clench because otherwise it just has a mind of its own.
Oh,
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. I probably made that sound many times.
so. Your date, you guys have dated for a while. You're going to move into a place together. So
Yeah, we find out sometime soon that we're having my 15-year-old son. He wasn't 15 when he was born.
So
that's now
the mother, the mother of your child, even.
Yeah, the future, soon to be future mother.
So she's with you, and is she concerned? Like, hey, Mitch, you feeling okay? Or she's hearing these noises too? Or are you just like, I don't give a f?
I think she's laughing at me, because she thinks it's hilarious, and it is. I've dealt with bubble guts my entire life. Like, it's just something that comes with my family. Everybody has this issue. So we're doing the walk, stop. And it's like, you sit there and you hold everything. And then all of a sudden it kind of like up inside you. And you're like, okay, I get a couple more steps in. And you're like going. And I'm like thinking, we're like, okay, this gas station has a bathroom. And it's right there. But when this is happening, right there is way over. Like it's not just right there.
It's too many steps.
It's in eyesight, not close enough. You're not going to make it. So it's in the evening now, sunset time, beautiful sunset happening at the exact same time this is happening.
And if it's in June, sunset here is like 10 p.m.
Yeah. So I don't remember
that's when the
what
sun
it was.
goes away anyway.
I think it was spring. That's why we decided to walk. Because we're like, hey, it's kind of warm today. Like, so whatever. But so doing the stop and go, like, can't walk no more. Oh, okay. And I'm like, okay, Rick's gas or grocery store doesn't exist anymore. Rest in peace. It's a bookstore now. I don't think you can even use that restroom anymore. It's completely gone. But because of this incident, probably. The ATM machine is still there. I use it regularly.
And that ATM machine has a restroom in it?
No. That day, it was purposed for that. So I'm getting to where now we're walking not on the side of the road. We're walking through the parking lot straight towards where I think the closest bathroom is. But we're like walking adjacent to this bank. It's ATM machine's like 15 feet to my left. And my body just goes, this is how far you get to go. Like, you don't go further. This is the end of the road for this bowel movement. Like, you don't move it any further. You're done.
Got your ass.
Yeah, literally. And so I look around. I'm like, what is the most cover I can find in this very exposed area in the middle of a parking lot. And there are these cement posts.
Got your ass.
Yeah, there's like these 4 cement posts around this ATM machine that's not connected to the building. And I'm like, that's all I got. Like, there's nothing else. It's either right in the middle.
The song "Give Me Shelter" from the Stones is playing in my mind right now.
Yeah. So I don't know how, but it was like one leap over.
Wow.
And just drop trowel and I don't even want to describe it for you. Just, you heard that Purple Rain song?
Yes.
It's chocolate rain.
Chocolate rain.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So the ex is
What is she
is
doing?
Laughing her fucking ass
she's
off.
not like doing cover for you? Is she
No,
like-
no, she is dying, laughing,
Like
just like
fucking
red,
remove
like
your
can't
socks,
breathe, like can't breathe.
Wow.
Yeah, I have my like shorts in my shirt and my wallet on me. Like that's it. Like I don't even think she brought her purse because I was paying for everything. Like we have nothing other than the food
No
that I
toilet
ate
paper,
that is
no-
wanting out of my body.
How'd you
immediately.
clean this mess up?
So that's the later in the story. So in the process, I literally shit on the ATM. Like literally on the ATM. I didn't try. I did my best.
There's Trump's.
There's
Fuck
no
your money. So you're saying
There's no. This was way before Trump was even.
Oh, Trump was president in 2020, wasn't he? Or is that the year he left office? No, that's the year.
No,
No.
that was Thanksgiving. This is before my son was born. So this is 16 years ago.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, 16 years ago.
Wow.
So
Obama.
it was something like that. I
hate Obama's
don't know who it
money.
was. This could have been Bush, but there was
He
no.
pushes money.
There was no bumpers to grab. Like there was nothing. There were these posts. There was an ATM machine. So I went in there and just relieved as much pressure as I could, so I could then walk. But what do you clean up with? There's nothing, and I'm like, so I'm gonna have to get to a bathroom to clean up. Do I do that? Do I use like all this is running through my head while my everything is running out of my ass? So. It's happening all at the same time.
That's a tough one.
Yeah.
That's why you keep toilet paper in your car now and don't walk to places.
Yeah, as much as possible. Or I just make sure I know where the cover is at all times. Like some like combat vets do that. They just need to know where there's always cover just in case something happens.
People
No.
been in prison can't have my back to the wall. Like,
I just need to
Mitch is
know-
the same way, but he just looks for restrooms.
If there's no other option, can I jump behind that bookcase? And okay, there's paper around, so I can at least clean up enough to So that's it's constantly going through my head now for the last 16 years because this traumatic event.
Damn.
So that happens, and I finished enough to be able to move again because you got to remember I was immobilized by this bowel movement.
Supposedly.
Yeah,
Supposedly.
people are going to listen. They're going to know. Other people have done this.
I mean,
Jess, your husband, said, he's like, no, I get it. He's like, you get that where you get to the point to where you literally can't move. All you can do is stand there. If you don't want it to come out, all you can do is stand there and pray. And he looked down on you like, you did this to yourself, man.
Good pizza, huh, fat boy?
Exactly.
You thought you liked ice cream, but I just now made you lactose intolerant. Bling.
So no shame. Like the shame's already came and gone. It doesn't really even matter. Like it's just she's laughing and I'm
You
like,
got
all
shit
right.
dripping on your leg.
Yeah, pretty much. Pull up your. I'm like, okay, this underwear never gonna be the same again. I'm gonna toss it, whatever. So make my way across the parking lot, go into the grocery store. I'm sure everybody knew, like it was whatever, and
They probably saw you. Oh my god!
yeah. And I just
Oh my
got
God,
into
taking
that
shit over there.
bathroom, and I got another mile to walk home, and so just threw those shorts.
Yeah.
I needed the shorts to get home at least, so underwear in the just.
Done.
God, that poor, because the new kid that's working there is who does the trash at night. I'm thinking about all of this as I'm doing it, but I'm like, do I walk out with literal shit dripping underwear?
No.
No.
the whole trash out with you.
Maybe.
Like, hey, you guys got a spot for this? This needs to go. Like, that'd have been a nice thing to do.
It probably would have, but I was just like, all right, put those in there, wipe up as much as I can. You're not getting it all out until the shower happens at home. So just try and inconspicuously leave. Because that bathroom is just on the other side of the building. Like, you have to walk to the one end of the building from where I was, and then go in, and it's back on the other side of the building. So, and everybody's just looking at you. They know. People have noses. Like, it happens. You know, it's whatever.
I bet that you felt so good when you got home and in the shower, out of the shower, and you're like laying there in normal clothes, and like your stomach's calmed down a bit. You felt like, this is great. Like, I was in a shitstorm earlier, and now like I'm relaxed, and this is great.
That happens. It's a relief. It's like, I can't believe that happened to me. It's just, I'm moving on with my life now, you know? So
I wonder, like, during the Bible days, what did they do?
the story's not over yet.
Oh, sorry.
You have to fast forward an entire day.
Okay.
This is a Friday night this happened.
Police got you on video.
So,
It's on the ATM
we were
cam.
staying with my parents while we were trying to get an apartment. Dad comes home from work. He works in Interlaken.
Mm-hmm.
Happens to do all of their business banking at that bank. Said he was dropping off their deposit that morning. And the bank teller lady goes, "You're never going to believe what happened." He's like, "What?" Because I tried to tell nobody. Like, she knew. I don't think there's anybody home. Got in, cleaned it up, done. Like, whatever. And so he's telling everybody at the house. So the bank lady's like, "You're never going to believe what happened. Someone shit all over the ATM." He's like, "Are you kidding me? When?" "Last night. We came in today and there was just shit all over the ATM." Obviously. And I was like, "Oh my God, there was?" Remember, are you guys like before the bear video, there was like, "Oh, the police came by," or whatever. They called the police and it was like a thing. So that's why, like, when you guys tried to scare me, I was like, you got to do better than that.
I'm on a list already.
Yeah. So, I mean, nothing ever
Did
came
they
from
really
it.
show the video?
I don't think there was a video, but because
Do you want to go and turn yourself in?
No.
I think there's statute of limitations. That was almost 16 years ago.
You can still let them close the case.
right.
Yeah.
What if there's a detective out there, like, he keeps getting this shit filed, like, keep having to look into it?
He has an alcohol problem now because you couldn't figure it out.
Yeah, he's
There's like shit accidents everywhere. They call this guy in
Yep,
because
he's
of
the
something that
black
happened
sheep.
16 years ago.
The shit
and
bandit.
he's got to tie it all together, and that's what's really screwing him over.
At night,
He's
he
like,
just
well, there
sits
was
there
one
with
at the
his-
golf course, or
It's
the
a-
disc golf course in Traverse City. It was very similar to this one. He's like, he has like a map of the area, and he's got little pins in it, push pins.
Because that's the best part is that incident is about a 10-minute drive or less from this incident.
I think he moved up to toilet paper. He's using toilet paper now.
There was a dog
Same
president this
shitter.
one.
He's just changing his tactics.
So, yeah.
And Jesse always says, he goes, "I don't know." But this is what happens when them situations come. He's like, "No, it's not just like a little poop."
No.
He's like, it's like
Ex-
everything is coming out from
Explosive.
20 years ago.
20 years ago and up to like what you ate 5 minutes ago. Somehow it makes it from your mouth to your ass. It's like, it's magic. It's there. And all of it wants out.
Right now.
Now. It has to go. So,
Some of our incidents, well, with Jesse have been like in the car, right? So all of a sudden he's like, "How long till we get home?"
yeah.
And then he's sitting on one butt cheek and he's like, "You got to drive faster. Like,
Yeah.
have the police follow you into the driveway."
Yeah. Yeah. And one time this happened to my kid in the exact same spot as the ATM incident of 2009.
Detective Murdaugh.
And I'm driving through Interlochen, speed limit 45. And he's like, "I'm going to poo my pants." And I'm like, I got you, bro. I know what's happening. And so we're doing 80 miles an hour on this 45. Oh and I'm like, we're going. And we get there. He made it because I know. I have the sympathy when he says I'm gonna shit my pants. I'm like, you have my guts. I get it. We're gonna do what it takes. I was like, and if the cops are behind us when we're pulling in that parking lot or in the driveway, go. I will deal with them. So that's happened since. I think he was like 7 or 8 years old. Yeah.
Have you guys watched the show on Max called Bad Monkey?
Oh, I haven't actually seen it yet.
There's a scene with Vince Vaughn and the other guy. Can't remember his name. He's in some other stuff, Blackbird or I don't remember. But
yeah.
Anyway, there's a very similar scene where he's like, "Oh no, I'm gonna shit my pants," and Vince Vaughn's like, "No, hold." He's like, "No, I'm past that level." He's like, "I'm shitting right now."
We're past
something
that
like that. Yeah.
Yep.
Vince Vaughn couldn't understand it, and the guy's like, "No, like it's too late for that."
And so this has been a problem in my life for a very long time. And it's something that I had to intentionally kind of start to figure out a diet around as a sober adult. And it's only really started to come into control-ish within like the last year. And I am turning 38 very soon. So
wait till your 40s, buddy.
I just...
That's where it's all went downhill for Jesse.
Yeah.
But also, backlog to his story is that
Don't say log.
Or backs.
Sorry.
So some information on Jesse's defense is that he has had problems ever since he was put on a very large number of a diuretic.
So the diuretic never made me shit.
Oh, but he was on 5,000 milligrams.
Okay. I don't even know because I've been on diuretics before that never
Excuses.
but I don't know what milligram. I can't remember. But anyway,
I think you guys have soft butthole clinchers.
Yeah.
it's possible.
Might need to
I feel like
exercise
mine
those.
could
I think
like
it's a
cut some stuff though because it's been
I think it's
worked out so much.
Whoa.
Like held
What do they
clenched.
call that? What they call it?
I think they call it anal.
Sexual relationship.
That's what they call it, Mitch.
The king.
No, they call it something.
Kinkster
The
muscle?
cutter.
Oh.
What is it?
The
What is
sphincter.
that?
I've never heard of the cutter muscle. Turd cutter.
Turd cutter.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
Yes, that's your turd cutter's been worked out so much.
I felt like it was like stronger than most, and yeah.
I think you guys are weak.
Oh no! I guess when I get the first bubble, I'm to the bathroom.
Oh yeah, I don't play no more anymore. Yeah, no.
No, I think it's a disability.
Oh yeah,
I
for
think
sure.
we should have like that added to the list of disabilities.
I have a whole list of them.
What do we call it though? Third cutter,
Weak turd cutters.
deficient turd cutter.
Or is it
What's
like
the-
that muscle is just broke after so long?
I had to
of
take
holding?
What if you went in and asked for surgery on it? Like, hey, I need you to tighten this up because I just can't hold these in. Did you see the mad shitter story from 2020? Yeah, that was me.
the Thanksgiving shit incident of 2020 and the ATM of the great ATM.
You see,
incident of
you see Detective
2009.
Murdaugh's report? That was me.
Oh yeah. So this is yeah. Mm-hmm.
At least
'Cause-
you've met your fellow bumper grabber.
I know I hadn't heard of bumper grabbing before, and when because he said that, and I was like, dude, yes, Thanksgiving 2020, and that's not the only time because bumpers are easy to grab, and because you put you in the prime
It's just
squatting
some-
position.
Some movement that people on the podcast
Yeah.
couldn't understand, but he put his hands out in front of him like he's grabbing a bumper, and then he did
Like you're
bending down.
bending down. Well, because what you need to do, this is how it works. If you just stand there and poop, you're going to get the liquid stuff, because that's what we're talking about here, on your pants, your underwear, and or your shoes. So you have to get as much horizontal space that you can from your feet to where your butthole is.
Okay.
Yeah. kind of like you're simulating a toilet that's not really there.
Gotcha.
To put it in your mind, your body, but you have gravity, so you have to hold on to something, and that's where the bumpers come in, because they're perfect height, they're perfect strength. You got a whole car in front of you.
Shelter.
Hopefully it's Thanksgiving and there's snow.
Now, do you do your
normal?
normal routine in these emergency situations, or is it just like whip down as far as you can get them? Like, you're not like taking all your pants off or your shorts for that one at the ATM incident. Like, you didn't take your shorts completely off.
No,
You just
but
ankled them.
one of the emergencies I've had since the bear incident,
Mm-hmm.
the original, like what the Bears, the disc golf incident,
Mm-hmm.
with the same person, I had another incident later on.
Oh my God.
And that one there was deep woods very close to the road. And I was like, guys, we're just not making it home. So I'm pulling over. And I literally ran into the woods to where I couldn't see anybody. But we weren't at can't move anymore time. We were at I could run into the woods time. But I knew it was coming. Like, this has happened enough times. Like, like the what is that, the minutes to midnight time tick? Yeah. The ticker. Anyway, that time it all just came off.
Okay.
You
And then
took the first flag.
kind of free. You can kind of like star out, spread your legs, and just kind of bend over a little bit.
Is that a wolf? Branches breaking.
Oh, it was
Now,
the
so-
smoker's dog.
So the ex that you were with, would you say that you guys didn't make it because she got tired of your shit?
She was pretty shitty.
She thought you were shitty.
Yeah.
Like,
No, I don't think that's why. But because we still, like, we had an entire child after that.
I know. How many more shits we're taking?
A lot.
She's probably like a documentary about you one day. She's going to be on there. She's like, yeah, I really love Mitch, but he just shit everywhere. Like, I mean, like in the woods, at the ATM, at the disc golf, I mean, baseball park, you name it. Mitch shit in it. Wouldn't that be so funny if she said that? Like, I loved him, though.
I appreciate you bringing up baseball parks, because that is a really good problem solving skill to have when you have this problem. Because there have been many times where I'm like, I'm not going to make it to the next gas station. I'm not going to make it home. I'm not going to make it to the next store. Oh, there's a little league game going on over there. And there's a porta potty.
Perfect.
Let's whip it in there. And you get so many dirty looks from the parents, because you're just this dude. Nobody knows. You just run from your car.
He's got his newspaper with him.
Yeah.
His own roll of toilet paper.
Little kids knocking on the door.
Just
You're like,
waiting.
occupied.
Gonna be a minute.
Get out of here, you little shit. Yeah.
It's funny.
yeah.
It's kind of funny and sad. Earlier today, I thought about you, Mitch. I went to our oral surgeon's place.
That's the other end.
And well, here's the thing. I walk in, and I almost came back to the office to pee, because we were at an event that we had to do, and we were there together, and you came back here or whatever, and I just went there, and I thought, man, I really need to pee before I get this stuff done. I'll just go in. So I walk in, and boom, I see 2 bathrooms. I thought, wow, okay, I'll just pee here. I'm glad I didn't go back to the office. So I go in there and I pee, and I'm thinking, these are upkept. I thought, man, I should tell Mitch about this in case he ever has an emergency, because you can just walk right in the building.
I was gonna say, they're not in the office; they're just in the building. Yeah.
So, and then you could always play it off later, like, oh, I was just coming to check my appointment time.
Mm-hmm.
I figured I was in the neighborhood. I would come by and set a call. Like, man, this could work as an emergency place.
Get blacklisted from, or I think that would be brown listed from places where you can.
I mean, I don't know. Those oral surgeon fees aren't cheap. We paid for that toilet paper.
You can't kick me out of here.
I own that toilet paper. Just leave with it.
Yeah.
Just leave with the toilet paper. Take this with me.
So yeah, there's been just so many stories, and I just feel like I had to let that one air out a little bit, because I don't know. What it is it's a challenge to the public. If you have a better shit story than the ATM incident,
email Mitch MITCH at 217recovery.com.
Oh, I need a name for the incident, Like mine is the ATM disaster of 2009.
Yeah.
And then a description of what happens. I'll keep your name out of it, but we'll read it on the podcast.
Unless you're proud and want to own it, then that's fine too.
Which I think you should, because it's your body. You should be proud of the body that you live in.
If you want to be on Bumper Buddies podcast, you're gonna have to come up with a good one. Not just letting any shit in.
Oh my gosh.
I was thinking it'd be better if he wasn't Jesse and his name started with a B, because then we could be the BM podcast.
Brad and Mitchell, the BMs.
He's probably going to be mortified.
You talked about what? You can say, well, Mitch's is, well, I mean, because I really don't know what kind of animals cleaned up after me. I can tell you that there were stains that were there for more than a short amount of time.
There are probably no animals. Because I don't think you have dogs. Dogs are dirty.
That's horrible.
I mean, the only thing I can keep thinking of.
It's a wooded area, so there could have been so many things that went in there and cleaned up after me.
Oh yeah, but they're not gonna. Yeah,
Get in your car.
At least all night. What?
They're not going to get in your car and breathe out your
the story
window.
We didn't talk about that part of your story. People don't know what you're talking about.
That's the funniest part of the story is, and I don't want to speak for Jesse's story, but there was an incident, and then there was a dog, and there was some bumper grabbing, and then there was the person leaving, and then the dog decides he's going to, then jumps in the car with
ooh.
Corey Smoker, and I just see this dog right next to your face from the back seat jumping up on the seat and just after,
and it's just
after eating a dog turd or a human turd.
It was mortifying.
Probably just shit just dripping down his face, like literally.
Big
No, I
grin.
couldn't. There was yeah, just a big old grin, happy to be in the car, and just can't stick their head out that window. Got to get up over my shoulder in the driver window and stick their
That
head
dog
out.
was so happy to see you. I hadn't seen you all day. It was like, Mom, you're never gonna believe.
Look what I had. Daddy gave me treats.
Yeah, and I'm just
Oh my
all
God.
the way to Honor.
Which is a little bit of a drive from there.
I didn't know what to do.
My ground zero is about halfway from where you started your trip to Honor.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, I appreciate you guys coming on the podcast to air your dirty laundry, and we got to wrap this shit up.
And I apologize to whatever young guy who had to take the trash out at Rick's Grocery that doesn't exist anymore. That horrible night in spring of 2009.
And somebody's tuning in and going, I thought I was going to hear some recovery talk. What is this?
That's the thing about, that's how we wrap it back up here is, part of recovery is accepting the things that you can't change.
Yep, you know where you're at now.
Yep.
And you
There's
can't change the past, and that shit did happen, and you can laugh at it too, and that's the whole recovery part of it. Is you're in a good spot now, and you can tell stories like this, and they're funny, and you're not drunk. You don't have to be high. It's pretty cool.
Yep.
And we can laugh.
That shit did happen.
And have fun in recovery. That's the moral of the story here. But we do have to wrap it up.
Okay.
But maybe we'll have the Bumper Buddies on again.
We'll have
actually the Bumper Buddies.
Yeah, we'll have to have him weigh in.
Yes,
on it.
absolutely. To be continued.
Yes, don't worry. We'll let you know when it's happening. But yeah, thanks for listening, and listen to more episodes on our app and at 217recovery.com.
Thanks for listening to the 217 Recovery Podcast. Listen to over 900 episodes on the 217 Recovery app that's free in your app store or online at 217recovery.com.